back. We back.
Are we?
We're going again.
Are we?
Here's another one.
Is it?
Take that. How you feel when Diddy said
Don't
shit
hit me
like
with
that
the
to y'all?
Sprite.
I'm just... How you feel?
Quenching your thirst face ass. Like, what's wrong with you?
When Diddy said shit like that to y'all, like, take that. How you feel about that, when that part of the song?
Well, I'm not taking nothing. So we're not gonna go into this conversation. This is a little different conversation. We may need somebody to sit in this seat here to have that conversation. Yeah, somebody else. That's just not my thing. I'm not taking nothing other than some money.
Okay.
But that's about it.
All right, cool.
Yeah. How you feel about it? What are you taking?
I'm not taking that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't taking nothing.
But he didn't say anything. He just said, take that, take that.
Yeah, but
What's
whatever
that?
he had to offer, I wasn't taking.
Why not?
Because.
Well, that's true, because Diddy giving out bad...
Making
in the past.
The band.
In the past, he's giving out bad deals.
Here's what I'm going to say.
Yo, I heard hold on. I heard the Locks wanted to drop a fucking, like, refrigerator on top of his head. Like, this was something that was said on the, like, Angie Martinez radio show during that whole time. But Free the Locks, like, campaign, but yeah.
I mean, I don't doubt that. Here's what I would say. I feel like Diddy, like, is a great businessman, mogul at this point. Shit. You know what I'm saying? But everyone seemed to have suffered. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody seemed to have just, like, gotten the shorter end of the stick. He's gone on to make real big moves, and everybody else just kind of...
French Montana seems to be doing pretty good.
That's today, though, right?
Well, I think he was...
That's today.
He was pretty new to the game, though. You know what I mean? Like, Diddy wasn't... You know, you got to... At the same time, Diddy's learning the game. These artists are learning the game. Yes, Diddy's been in a little bit longer, but I don't think Diddy knew...
I think they were all learning together. It was a learning experience. Are you sharing knowledge or are...
Now, I can't say Diddy was sharing knowledge. I don't know anything about that. But I feel like they were all learning at the same time. Because it's a whole new game for all of us, really, at that time. Because Diddy was bringing in money that a lot of us haven't seen. True. Right? Like, at that time, Diddy was bringing in...
But shit, bro. Like, damn. What
happened?
And you know what? You can't always put fault on one person. You have to, at some point, say, yo, was I just too ignorant at the time for this situation? And that could be a big yes. You know what I'm saying? But still, god damn, niggas like making the band coming back out. But do y'all want to make the band?
Making the band coming back out?
There's talks about...
That's news to me.
There's talks. There's been talks about, like, making the band, him doing the making the band thing again.
Do you think like Biggie would have, like, complained about Diddy at some point in time about his contract?
We can't say. I don't know.
Alright.
He may have had a notorious mind. I don't know.
Alright.
It's about where you can't always place the blame on one side of the table. It's not just about Diddy. He's gonna move. He's the businessman that he is. That's why he is where he is today.
For sure.
But you also have to say, you know, who am I? You know, what do I know? Yeah. What am I gonna allow? So I guess it works both ways.
Well, I mean, we haven't introduced the podcast at all at one point in time yet, but this is...
We just got right into it.
Right to it, right? Yeah. And I don't even know how we got on Diddy, but I fuck with Diddy regardless. Yeah. I think he's dope as fuck.
The I, the D, the D, the Y, the D, the I, the D.
Hold up. Nah, but once again, this is the Unsolicited Culture Podcast. Yep. We're back again, episode 7.
Ooh, that's my favorite. That's a good number for me.
7?
That's my life path number.
Hey, and you know what's crazy? We're celebrating a lot of things today. We're not going to let you guys know too much about that, but we're celebrating a lot of things today. Yeah. Today's a very celebratory day. Some is bittersweet, I'm not going to lie. To me, I am very bittersweet, but I am going to get over it. I'm going to have a conversation to figure it out. I'm going to make sure we're good, regardless. But, well, not me, with both of us, regardless.
New beginnings.
Yes. Celebratory at the end of the day, regardless of what happens. You know, very, very big, a lot of big news for both of us.
What's your name?
But, yeah, so this is Reese. Once again,
one more time.
In the building, you feel me? Reese.
And I go by INFY. For sure though. We got a shout out to the homie. We shout out a lot. Y'all probably don't know what the fuck we been talking about, but we got a shout out to the homie.
Red Face Baby
and Hypebeast Studios. We got a shout out to the homie Mo.
Yes. Shout out to the homie Mo in the building as well. That's my roommate though.
Hey.
That's my roommate though. Hey.
African brother.
Hey, my people. Hey. Shots up.
True. So we back again with another one.
Yeah.
And
there's a lot of goofy shit going on.
Yeah, you got some goofy shit coming up. That's what we got.
Shout out to the King of New York.
Oh wow!
Shout out to the King of New York in the building.
That's a major move. So,
what did I say something crazy?
Who you have to clarify and announce who the King of New York is exactly? Who are you talking about?
Who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The King of New York. Everybody know the King of New York is.
The King of New York's name is
Jay-Z 69.
What?
Huh? What are we?
I ain't never heard that name before.
Jay-Z 69, y'all never heard of him?
Who is Jay-Z 69?
Tekashi Z, y'all never heard it?
Oh.
Y'all never heard of this guy?
So what you're saying is Tekashi 69 is the King of New York.
Oh,
that's pretty much what you just said, right? And that sounds crazy.
It is crazy. You wanna know why? But for this dude to go and snitch, I don't know where that came from, but snitch on this whole gang.
Nah, bro.
And then come out and still say, I don't want no witness protection. I want a rap career. This nigga's the King of New York.
Nah, bro.
I don't know where else we go from here.
Nah.
This is a different world we live in today, yo.
This is silly. This is clownish. This is foolish. It is a different world that we live in, of course.
Bro,
right?
it is scaring me out here.
Yeah, I'm not completely surprised, but at the same time, like, damn, like, what matters anymore? Fuck. What matters anymore?
Likes, follows, retweets, reshares, all that goofy shit.
And who you want to be? You know what I'm saying?
That's all that matters nowadays.
Shit.
Yo, if he...
I can't fuck with it. I can't fuck with it.
If he comes out and he has another smash, if he comes out with another record and he hits, like, what are we gonna do as a society? What are we gonna do as people?
Do nothing. I mean,
let me not say society, as black people, because we've been on this stop snitching shit for a long time.
Wait on. When George Zimmerman popped up on the scene doing whatever the fuck goofy shit he was doing, I was like,
before that, remember?
Still ain't get him? Y'all want to get him?
Remember when Melo did that video in Baltimore, had the stop snitching shirt on, and the whole NBA went crazy on his ass? But like, it's dated, it's before that as well. It's just been a part of our culture, it's part of American culture just in general. But it's crazy to think, like, for him to be able to do this, if he gets another hit, like, what are we going to do?
You're not going to do anything. I mean, if he gets another hit and the fucking labels love it and his team love it and what have you, cool. You know what I'm saying? But it's I'm not doubting that he won't have another hit, right?
Wow.
I'm not doubting that. I'm not, because popularity drives a lot of shit. If you're a hot topic, you can get a hit.
True.
I'm not gonna say it's easy because it's not easy, but there's a specific formula. But at the same time, like, are niggas gonna let you breathe? Are they gonna let you breathe? You gonna breathe? Either, you gonna pay to hide yourself, or you gonna be out here, and there's a difference.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Like, how do you do a concert? Like, you can't do a concert.
You can do a concert,
but people won't pull up.
You can do a concert. You just, drenched in fucking security.
Or
you do a concert.
Or
you do a show. You can be out there.
Is he showing that the game is sweet and, like, none of these dudes is really talking about what they talking about? Because if he pull up at a show and he does a show and don't nobody do whatever they got to do to him, And I don't condone any sort of violence, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if something don't happen to him at a show, like, that just showed me that the whole game's sweet because ain't nobody really talking
Here's
about what they're talking
I feel
about.
like there's 3 types of niggas in the industry. It's niggas who really about what they say they about. You know, they got a real story, they live in it, and they don't come out of it. You know what I'm saying? They get locked up. They has-beens, whatever. They couldn't figure out how to transition. You got people who have an opportunity and maybe they worry about that life, but they see the opportunity that they have, and that matters most. They become successful. They're about their business. They do their thing, right?
They stay clean. Right,
and then you have a bunch of fake-ass motherfuckers who out here and maybe they still going. Maybe they do have longevity, but it's all fucking fake. It's make believe. You know what I'm saying? Now, some of them get exposed.
Now, can I ask you for a percentage? Out of these 3 categories, where does your pie grab? Like your pie chart?
I think the fake is the majority.
Give me a number.
I can't. The fake is the majority, though.
Okay.
The ones that recognize the opportunity is like the minority.
Okay.
And the ones that fall the fuck off are in the middle. They kind of, you know, in the middle, in between.
Like 60-70% for the fakes, or no?
I'd say, man.
Don't even worry about it.
You know.
That's cool. All right, the majority though.
Right.
Right. And I guess I agree as well because I mean, but even as well, like for me, like listening to like music, like I live, I breathe, I eat, I sleep, I walk, I talk hip hop. Me personally.
Yeah.
Right. My favorite rapper is Jay-Z, as you know, we've come to obviously find out on this podcast. But at the end of the day, regardless of what Jay-Z's talking about, I don't know if it's true or not, and I don't give a fuck if it's true. Right? Like for me, because at the end of the day, that's not anything that gets me through my day. I don't deal in that world or anything like that. So it's just like, for me, I don't give a fuck what none of them have to say about anything on any of these tracks.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's not the life that I live in.
Right.
And it doesn't take away, because I look at how clever you are on a record, you know, what your wordplay is, how do you put a story together, those types of things. I look at the actual technical parts of hip-hop, right? I'm not looking at it to be like, oh, yeah, he's real. You know, that's one of the dumbest things to me ever, because, like, I feel like I'm a real person. I'm not going to get on here and lie and just talk about a bunch of randomness just in general, just to have conversation.
Right.
You know, I'm going to get on here and say what I have to say about me, but that's the only way that I can figure out who a person is when I'm sitting down with them face to face. I'm not going to say that, you know, I could, you know, see Jay-Z and he just goes and does this rap and now he's real. Like, you don't even know this person.
Right.
You know what I mean? I have to sit down and have a conversation with you to really, you know, establish that realness.
But you respect what the material they're putting out.
I respect the material regardless. Yeah. Right? Like, and I'm playing, you know, when I say Tekashi 6ix9ine is, you know, king of New York or whatever it may be. Hey, if he comes out and he does this, he's the king of New York for real. If he comes out and he makes another hit and he just keeps going and continues his career, that's something different. We've never seen that before. You can't explain that.
Listen, my thing about him is, and you can disagree, I know a lot of people have been saying, yo, if you end up in this situation, you will do the same thing. They throwing you X amount of years and behind bars, you know what I'm saying? He trying to make a home his family. All of that may be true, right? When you start placing yourself in situations, like obviously this nigga making money, he's not dumb.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have like, there's people who don't have the mental capacity to make money. You making money, you sign a contract, you getting into deals. You're not fucking dumb. Once you understand what you're into, you have to understand that this shit may go left. And if you're not okay with accepting it going left, don't put yourself there in that place.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is though, like I come to find out through all of this that he was an artist prior. Yeah. Like he did his own little music thing before this, like
that's cool.
Gangster rap, right?
Yeah, even more so.
I don't know what you want to call it, street rap, gangster rap, whatever you want to call it, but it was weird. He
was on tour and like
before all of this, and I'm like, what
some
the
other
heck
country.
is going on?
So if you've done that, bro, obviously you have some type of intellect to you. You have some type of knowledge, you know, what's going on. You went to another country, however that went. But if you place yourself in a situation with some guys and you know that it could have gone left when you got to that situation, then it goes left.
The only thing is, though, too, like I saw,
I can't save yourself.
True. And I saw one thing too. I can't say it was an interview per se, but it was a dude walking through the streets. I'm not going to reference who the guy is because I can't remember specifically who he is. But basically, he was walking through the streets and he was like some notable sort of gang member or something like that here from the West Coast. And basically, he was saying, he was like, look, it's just as much fault as Tekashi as it is the gang that he was supposedly repping. Reason being is they knew he wasn't from that cloth or whatever it may be. So in that situation, if he does get hemmed up, somebody should have stepped up and said whoop-de-whoop, you know, and said this and, you know, basically spilled, you know, and basically took the rap, right? Because at the end of the day, he's supposedly just a moneymaker. If he's just a moneymaker, allow him to continue making money for the gang, whatever it may be, and you take these charges and just, you know, man up and, you know, to the things. Because if he really wasn't getting down, what is he supposed to do? Right now he's taking charges for other people. He's taking charges that he didn't even do. Right? So is it that he's going in and, you know, saving himself? Unfortunately, in the situation, he did put himself in this situation. But is he going in and saving himself from things that he didn't even commit, any crimes that he didn't even commit, whatever it may be, and taking them on his shoulders, and where other people are just kind of falling back and allowing it to happen to him?
See,
I'm not saying it's right, I'm not saying it's wrong,
no.
but I'm just painting a picture.
No, I get it. Here's where you get into an area that I don't like. You get into a gray area, right?
Yeah, very gray.
You get into a gray area because, yeah, you know what I'm saying? There is a knowledge of, this nigga ain't, you know, he ain't from that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We doing whatever we doing together. We got a business move, you know what I'm saying? We got a plan, and we trying to make that happen. And when it does, sometimes, you know, you can't adapt to the situation as quick as you thought you could. So shit goes left. But the black and white situation is, I got myself into the situation. I know who these people are. Mm-hmm. I have knowledge of what they've done, what they do, what they can do, what they're affiliated with. Mm. And when it goes down, it's going to go down. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm a man or a woman, I'm going to stand in what I've done.
Yeah. And
if I'm not, you know, I'm going to try to save myself by any means. I get both sides.
How the fuck do you let him get that close?
It's not even about letting him. It's an investment. When you make an investment, you tie together. You trying to get a return. That sounds like an investment. I don't know these guys, but from my understanding, it sounds like it was an investment. Either it was an investment or it was somebody who was on your team. So you can pick whichever one. It sounded like an investment. When you in an investment, yeah, you tied together.
Understandable, but how do you know who the Godfather is? How do you know they're because I was like listening to the actual like audio, right? I went on Academics page or whatever and I listened to the audio, whatever. But how do you know who the Godfather is in these streets? How do you know the breakdown from prison to streets? Like, how do you know that the prison mentality runs the street mentality? Like, how do you know
your investment can't go out here and be like, oh, yeah, I talked to, you know, I always admired so-and-so. You know what I'm saying? You got to meet him or something like that? Mm-hmm. Your investment can't be like, oh, who is that? You know what I'm saying? That's so your investment.
I guess if I look at it, then he's always been a rat. He was a plant. He was planted in this industry, planted in this gang. This is just me looking at it, right? I don't know.
I don't know. But that's my thought behind it. You know what I'm saying? You want that motherfucker to go out here talking about, I don't know what's going on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. What that mean? I don't know what it means. You know what I'm saying? I just mean, somebody told me, said it's your investment. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make it right. You gotta get some money off of this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
They were saying that he was bringing in over $150,000 a show.
I'm gonna put that bitch on the stroll. She don't know what to do. I'm saying.
Dang, $150,000 a show?
I'm saying.
Fuck. Let me get off this because I don't know nothing about this gang shit. I don't know nothing about this street shit. That is not my life. I don't want to be a part of it. Don't call me.
Nope. Not at all.
Do I look like that type? No.
Yeah.
Hey. No. But no, it's that's a whole. It's a weird thing. It's scary. For me, like watching it, it was different. Like listening to all the sides.
Even the media's involvement
on it.
Even the media's involvement, like
it's icky. I don't even like that word, but it's icky.
Mostly from my understanding, like just like social media blogs and different, popular websites and things like that. Like their involvement in it is wild. Like, why are you keeping this shit alive? Why are you fueling his flame? Let that shit happen. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
that's the realest thing I've heard, actually.
It's wild. Let it happen. Y'all let so much shit go in the dark.
Yeah.
And this is the shit you want covered.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
That's the realest shit I heard, because honestly, this ain't really that.
It's not really that important.
It's not important to my life or the general population.
You know what I'm saying? And we can have whatever opinion you want to have on it, but it's real shit going on out here, and this the shit y'all want to flame. Come on, But whatever's clever.
Hey, look, I don't really know how to go to the next topic, but on the docket. All right, we have a docket, guys. I don't know if y'all know.
That just made me feel real uncomfortable for some reason.
Docket?
That made me feel real unsafe. I felt like I needed my attorney present. I'm not saying anything else until y'all call him.
Ooh, see? I didn't know how to transition, but do you see the transition?
I don't know what we're talking about right now.
To attorney?
The docket? Like, what's up? Like
the docket? Whoa, what you talking about?
Do I need my attorney present?
Do you need your attorney? I don't know.
I don't know. You saying we on a docket?
Hey, look, I don't know what you getting into in your life. All right, that's all I'm saying. Cool. MP69. That's all I'm saying.
Never.
I don't know what you getting into in your life.
Never.
That's all I'm saying.
Never.
Okay.
I don't want the 6ix9ine behind my name. I don't like saying it.
All right, Tekashi.
Sound like a fucking porn star to me. You know what I'm saying?
Word, how do you... Oh, I did listen to like this whack-ass interview where he tried to explain like what 69 meant. Because you take a 6, you flip it upside down, it's the same thing, it don't matter what's going on. I said, what the fuck kind of bullshit, fake ass motherfucker, you ain't deep?
Nah, I can tell you what it means.
I was more interested in what Tekashi was. But yeah.
I don't know.
No, not interested? Don't care?
No.
Okay, that's cool.
We good.
All right, well, online dating.
Oh, what a topic. Oh,
man.
Doing much of it or no?
I've dabbled.
You dabbled?
I've dabbled.
At a point, I've dabbled as well. Here's my thing. It's not for me, right? Very random topic. Online dating, if you guys didn't hear it.
There's a lot of hand movement in here. It's fucking me up. My peripherals were right. And all I see is hand movement.
But again, it's not for me. Shit gets weird online. I prefer like just an organic connection, an organic vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to meet you somewhere. This may sound really cliche, but I want to meet you in a fucking coffee shop or something. I want to bump.
Fuck both of you.
Right.
Okay?
Like,
that's all I'm going to say.
I want to bump into you while you picking out a shoe in the department store. You know what I'm saying? I want to run into you as I'm like casually walking on the beach. Some like just weird cliche shit and have an organic conversation with you. I don't want to do this, profile match with you online and y'all be weird as fuck. You can be whoever. Clearly, you can be whoever you want to be online. Don't judge me. You know what I'm saying?
So you trying
Don't judge me because I want an organic connection.
So you just trying to run into a chick at DSW trying on a shoe that's 3 sizes too small for her? What's up with you? What's
you know,
up with
so I can say, yo, that don't look like it fit though.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a nice intro.
It don't look like
that's
it
the
fit.
icebreaker.
You know what I'm saying? Let me help you out.
Yo, your pinky toe was hanging off the side a little bit.
I'm saying though, maybe you want to size up, and I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm just trying to make sure you on point.
Ooh, I
you
like
a
that.
bad one.
You was a bad.
Damn.
I got that.
I'm trying to make an organic connection. These online dating profile type, it gets weird out here.
Don't like that?
Especially in LA. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been online dating for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? I don't plan on getting back into it, but I haven't been for a minute. And out here in LA, I've just heard a lot of different weird ass stories and niggas out here trying to be whoever the fuck they want to be.
Sorry, Coach. I've never met a girl in my life that I've dated that just wanted to have sex until I moved to LA.
Okay, all right, that's fair. That's fair.
Right? And I've experienced this.
Mm-hmm. Is it scary? Do you catch yourself going like, damn, like what the fuck? Or are you just always, all right, cool.
I felt like how women feel. Like, oh my God. I clutch pearls. I didn't know.
Why you talk to me like this?
It was multiple times. I was like, damn, like she really treated me like
a piece of meat.
I said, damn, like who am I?
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, you gotta go because you making me feel uncomfortable. I didn't know how to handle it.
What?
Enfy, I didn't know how to handle it.
Okay, that's fair.
I didn't know how to handle it. Like I did it. It's not my life.
That's fair.
I've been in relationships my life.
Yeah.
You know, just my whole life in general. Like I'm single. I've been single for a little while now, but other than that, I'm in relationships. That's just is what it is. And like I don't know what it was and how this came about, but it was an online dating scenario, and I don't know why I did it. And after that, I was very scared because I'm like, look,
it's wild out here.
I'm like, first off, if she's like that with me,
right? Just
who else is this involving?
Just imagine.
Let me go get checked. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. I'm celibate.
Okay, here's the thing. I've had both types of experiences in my life. Safe, casual encounters, and relationships. Mm-hmm. And I feel like, I don't know, I'm okay with either or. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm okay with either or. I'm okay with safe, casual encounters, and there's no way to always tell like what that is, especially out here in LA.
Let me ask you this real quick. Is this something that you dealt with or experienced where you're from though?
As far as
like safe, casual, just interactions with people.
Yeah.
And not to say this isn't a thing where I come from, right? Mm-hmm. It just wasn't my experience. So right when it's new to me and it's happening and I'm just like, we're in this and out of this and in this and out of this and then she's gone, I'm like, yo, what is this?
I guess, if you look at it from that perspective, I'm from a smaller town, right?
I'm from a small state.
Mm-hmm. The first one.
See, all we...
I'm bigging it up.
Shout out, what's his name?
Delaware.
Hey. In the building.
I'm bigging it up, though. You know what I'm saying? But when you're from a smaller place, in my opinion, you can have a safe, casual encounter because I may know of you, but I may not know you. Right. You know what I'm saying? So if I feel like, even though I don't know you, if I feel like I could take it there, then I feel like I have a better, grasp of whether I can or can't. Here it's like, right. Here it's like, shit, you in the belly of the beast. You might not ever see this motherfucker again, but shit, I'm in the moment. For me, I just value certain things a little bit more, so I'm cool when I'm a pass.
I just want to live.
That's it. Life. I value life more. Some motherfuckers don't really value life.
All right, let me be clear. I want to live disease-free.
Some motherfuckers don't really value life.
That's all I'm saying. So, like, we being honest.
Right, so you got to question it at times, but I'm good.
Yeah.
I could go either way, but if I don't feel good about it, then I'm all right.
I think now with that experience, I still don't want it.
Yeah?
I don't know why. Don't call me a bitch.
And then a lot of things just go wrong.
Bitch.
Like, y'all got, it's too many advanced, situations. It's too many advanced technologies. Like, y'all out here making pictures look like something else, and when I see you, it ain't you.
Ooh.
Mm.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
They catfishing.
Like that
How did that even happen?
Y'all been capping so much you need a fucking gown.
Ooh, bar. That's a bar.
It's graduation right now.
Ooh.
Y'all been capping so much y'all need a gown. Like bitches
Vitamin C.
Bitches be looking like something else on the gram, on the snap, and then when you see them in person you be like,
Hold up. What was that vitamin C track that kept playing? Was it called Graduation? You know what that remind me of? That remind me of every white movie from back in the day.
Everyone.
Scream.
And they played that at my
I Know What You Did Last Summer.
They played that at my graduation. Shout out.
All that book, Dawson's Creek.
So much cap.
All that bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? You don't be looking like the real thing. Guys too, let me not be a sellout. The guys too, sorry. Y'all be capping sometimes. Y'all let me just say that. Y'all be capping too. It's just like you can hide yourself on social media. You can be who you want to be. You can create this persona that you don't necessarily live out in real life, and that be cool and that be successful. So it's just scary doing this online dating thing. I would prefer having an organic connection, me knowing you off of me, seeing you around and just having some type of chemistry with you and it going from there. Like, this online dating shit is weird sometimes. Yeah,
definitely. And I've been lucky enough to kind of run into that recently, and we'll see where that goes, but you know what I mean? It's funny to me because I was just listening. Like, if y'all don't know by now, I'm a huge fan of the Joe Budden podcast, and I was just like listening to this thing. He does a poem at the end, and he kind of goes into like girls, and then he goes into guys, but he's basically like, it's a poem, but it's like making fun of it. He's like, no, he's not an athlete. He's never played on a team. He's just tall.
Right.
Or no, he's not a drug dealer. He's just fucked up. Like, it's just like weird shit. Like no, he's not babysitting. That's his kid. Like it's like certain like that. It's like super funny.
He could be babysitting too, though. His kids.
But that's what he's saying. It's like certain things like that where it's like these are the type of things where we will catfish or we'll cap.
True.
Right. On certain things, or we'll, just kind of say certain things, but it's not actually the full truth.
True.
So it's just like super funny to kind of like see what you were saying, where guys and girls do the same thing. It was like for the girls, like, no, she doesn't like cooking, she just got kids.
So she got to.
You know what I'm saying? So she got to, right? It's not that she likes.
But watch when they get older, though.
Exactly.
See how many meals you get.
You're going to be eating PB&J all your whole life, and now you got diabetes.
Let's go out. We ain't go out no more.
It's a wrap.
Right.
So, but it's weird, like on like social media, and I agree. Like I'm a person that likes to find it, in normal spaces and stuff like that. Not even normal spaces, just spaces where I'm at. Like, if I connect with you where I'm at, I connect with you where I'm at. I don't want to connect with you and force, like, a conversation. Like, the first conversation is like, hi, how are you doing? Like,
right.
That's goofy as hell, because I don't even talk like that.
What are you into?
Yeah, like, I don't even... First off, I don't even...
What you want in a man?
Into.
What you want in a woman? What are your goals?
What sign are you? Like,
let's just discover that.
First off, don't ask me what sign I am. I don't even know what that means.
Right.
Like, don't ask me what sign I am, because, like, now you open up a conversation to a world that I don't even know.
Don't ask me what I want in someone. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. I don't want fucking...
What do you want in someone?
See what I'm saying?
I'm asking you.
See what I'm saying?
See how awkward it got?
See how uncomfortable it was?
Very.
The exchange? Like, fuck, shit, just be that motherfucker. I could tell you whether or not you are, just be them. Aw, man.
Yeah. I just got splashed in the eye with some Hennessy.
But who splashed it, though?
Me. I don't even know how.
I'm done.
Don't go off the topic, though.
I'm done.
Don't go off the topic.
What do I want in someone?
Yeah, what do you want in someone?
I want confidence. I want, stability. I want, someone who's motivated.
And you know what's crazy? The person that you're talking to on the other end of that phone, it ain't them.
I know. Every time they be like, they be taking notes. Like, okay, I gotta do something confident.
I gotta get confident.
I'm motivated. Ooh, I can say I'm motivated about this right here. Ooh, I'm stable because I didn't.
They gotta figure this shit out.
Ooh, you know what I'm
like
saying?
An equation.
And that's all it is. You telling them what you want them to be, and then you figure out later who they are instead of just having something organic. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just capturing them in their element and being like, you know what?
Yeah, and don't give somebody time to respond.
Right.
Not to say that giving time for response isn't like needed in certain situations.
Yeah.
But like, if I'm trying to get to know you, you should know yourself.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't take you, a day or a couple minutes to kind of figure out who you are. If I'm asking you, what do you like?
It's on the spot. Or if I just get a chance to encounter you in a conversation with you and your homegirls, just eavesdropping on the situation, and I just see who you are, your manners or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's just me automatically being attracted to that for some reason, right? Yeah. Not saying that that's always gonna work out 100%, but it's an organic connection as opposed to me giving you the sauce. Yeah. You asking me questions and me fucking giving you the sauce, and you can pretend to be whoever the fuck you want to be. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
It's a whole different world. Like I've dabbled, man, but it just don't work. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's out there. It just doesn't work. Yeah. Like, and I don't know if it doesn't work because it's not for me, or if like I get into a conversation on there and we're just talking and I'm just like, this shit ain't going nowhere. Like, that's just me. Like, that's in my mental. Like, that's how I go about certain things. Because if I don't have like any sort of connection, if I've never seen you, how am I gonna talk to you?
I can't trust you enough to even tell you anything real.
And I already don't trust people just in general.
Period. City girls, period.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain things where I just don't trust people. Just in general, I don't trust people.
I ain't gonna lie. I brought my mans with me to an online date.
How'd that go?
And shout out to my mans because he had my back, and it turned out the way it was supposed to be. But I just didn't have enough trust to be like.
Did they have somebody else as well?
No.
Did you meet up at like a bar?
We met up at a bar.
Okay.
We met up at a bar, but it was like me and you are gonna meet up at this bar. I wasn't like, oh, my homie's coming with me, nothing like that.
You didn't even say that.
No, I was just like, yo, I don't know how this shit gonna turn out, so roll with me.
Did he like hang out in the cut or? Yep. Okay.
My man was my dude, thorough.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So he hung out in the cut. All right, that's fine.
He played the exact part. Everything the way that it was supposed to go, it went. He fell back when he was supposed to fall back or whatever.
Now, did the other person know that person was there with you? Oh, okay. So I thought it was like some mysterious type shit.
Okay. Because I want you to know that whoever you came here with, if you come here on some fuck shit, then I'm ready.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he came with me. And it went the way it was supposed to go, but I just didn't know how it was going to go. People are weird as fuck out here. So I did bring my homie to an online date one time, and I'm not ashamed of that.
Is Uber like online dating?
Have you ever hooked up with one of your Uber drivers?
No. I'm just like, you don't even know who this person is that's picking you up. They driving you around. It's real intimate, real personal, because it's just you and that other person.
No, it's not.
You don't think so?
Nope, not for me. Because if you go back and listen to previous episodes, I barely want to talk to these motherfuckers. So I'm definitely not trying to online date you. No. Don't say nothing to me.
I've had some bad Uber drivers, though.
Same.
Bad.
But I could also say one of the baddest ones was just a pure bitch. For no reason. Yeah. I mean, okay, alright, listen. She came and she picked me up in like a Audi, a nice car. Ooh. Yeah, it was a nice little car, right? But then I was with somebody, so we all entered on the same side, and I proceeded to scoot over and she said, oh. Don't, can you not do that and just have the other person walk around into traffic and get in on the other side so you don't
Somebody must have ripped her leather before.
Well then don't do the motherfucking Audi. Don't do the Uber and the Audi. For me, that's black and white. If you don't want nobody to fuck up your shit, and not saying that they should, but it's going to happen in that type of industry, bro.
Yeah, that type of environment.
You're gonna get wear and tear. If you don't want that, why are you doing it there? Your circumstances are yours, but for me, it's like, well, bitch, why the fuck you driving this shit?
Hold up.
I'm going to scoop my ass the fuck over. So you want the other person with me to walk into traffic and get in on the other side so I don't cross over in your seat?
Hold up.
She was a bitch. So no, that would have been an immediate no for me for an Uber date.
Hold up. We're not just going to breeze over the fact that you just out here ordering Uber Blacks. Is that what we're going to do right now? Because you don't just get an Audi for no reason.
Yeah, you do.
Oh,
I ain't capping. I don't need no gowns. Sometimes I've been in Audis, Benzes,
LA,
Beamers. It's LA.
Infy out here.
Y'all motherfuckers be out here living beyond y'all means. Let's keep it 100.
Don't let her keep it humble right now. Infy out here ordering Uber Blacks. Ain't nobody out here getting in an Uber that's a motherfucking Audi unless it's a Prius before. Okay? You doing something different.
I'm willing to share my trip.
Can we get like you?
I'm willing to share my trips with y'all so y'all can see how many pools, how many exes I'm taking out here in the LA. It's true. You know what I'm saying? I'm not interested in being anyone that I am not.
Infy paying $65 for an Uber. That's all I'm saying. And she going 5 miles.
But it was definitely an Uber X
she
in
going
LA.
5 miles. That's all I'm saying.
Shit. I've only paid 5 miles deserves $5.
Real quick. What's the max that you've ever paid for an Uber? This is a good question. Let's get this information out. Because Uber is on some bullshit, bro. And I love Uber. That's the bad thing. I love Uber. I don't even fuck with Lyft at all.
Okay. The max I paid for Uber maybe is like $50, $55, right? But I have to note that just last night, from downtown to where I live, you know where I live. That's a
20, maybe on 15 to 20
minute ride, but not that many miles. It's maybe
miles.
Maybe 10 mile drive.
Yeah,
if
10
that.
miles.
Pay $30.
30? What time?
It was like around 11 o'clock.
Shit. Alright, so look.
They be getting off.
So look, Uber was just a thing. There was no such thing as Uber X. There was no such thing as Uber Pool. There was no such thing as anything else other than just Uber. First time I ever used it. Ever. New Year's Eve, I think 2014.
They got you.
I told you about this, right?
Yeah, you should have never did that though, bro.
2014.
You didn't know.
Not that I didn't know. I just didn't have any other option because it was me. It was my homeboy.
You should have called it Yellow Cat.
It was his wife. Listen, this is Philadelphia, 2014, New Year's Eve. I think it was 2014. Cold as fuck outside.
Yep. Ooh, same thing.
Cold as fuck outside. Yep. Me, my homeboy, his wife, or at that time wife to be, and a girl that I was singing. And we were going to take a Uber from this little Mexican restaurant that was in Northern Liberties in Philadelphia to his house over in Mannion, right? This might be 5 miles tops. We look at the Uber is $350. I said, what? $350? Where are we going?
They be getting off on
We must be going to fucking space. Like, I'm about to be Neil Armstrong out this bitch. I'm about to plant a goddamn spike in the ground with a fucking American flag. But you know what?
At least they say that, you know, due to whatever, our charges may be higher. I can't, you know, they know they getting off. Due to the holiday, we gonna get off on your ass. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. Same thing happened to me. DTLA, New Year's Eve. It was it may have been this past New Year's in 2019. Fucking get out. Everybody else, all of my friends leave. But I'm the one that leaves last out of the whole group. Get out. It's cold as shit. And I get cold.
This is in LA.
I get cold as fuck. I'm anemic. I get cold as fuck. So I'm out here walking up the street, shaking like fucking booty meat, shaking. I'm walking and I can't keep walking because I'm so cold. So I end up ducking off in like a bank's lobby that's open, like the ATM lobby. Like fuck, I'm trying to order Uber. There's no Ubers coming. There's no Ubers coming or going at that time. You can't get one. So I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna do? Go back out, keep walking. Can't keep walking because I'm too cold to fucking walk. End up going to a hotel lobby, ordered a yellow taxi cab, and paid $55 to get from downtown to NoHo, bro. Damn. And it's like, you know, I'm getting you.
I'll tell you this though.
You just robbing me, and I know it, and I just have to accept it.
That's it. That ends up with being what it is. Like, there's no way around it. Like, you literally just went in my pockets.
Yeah, he said, I'm taking this. You want to get home? Huh? You want to go home tonight? This is mine. Night,
nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
what you just said to me.
That's literally what it is. And I'm just like, man, I can't even have this conversation. I went 5 miles, bro, $300 some dollars. We all, you know, we did what we had to do. But, you know, we was all looking nice, you know, girls in heels, stuff like that. Like, what we supposed to do? Like, it was me and my homeboy.
I don't care about looking nice no more when I had to pay this motherfucker $300 to go somewhere.
It happened again. I'm sleeping outside. I'm homeless for the night.
That's it.
I'm calling shit in the morning. I don't give a fuck.
That's the only way.
I don't care.
That's the only way.
I'm homeless in the morning.
Had I been where I am then, at that time, I would have just been like, yo, we staying in this fucking ATM lobby. It's good. You know what I'm saying? We staying here till the Uber come. That's cool.
That's it.
That's it.
So, like, how can I... Like, what type of questions do you not like, I guess I would say, like, from, like, people when you go through, like, online dating? Like, let me not say not what do you like. I guess I get these weird-ass questions, like, when people go through, and it's just, like, I don't understand how to answer them because I don't know you from anything, right? Like, from a can of paint, I don't know who the fuck you are. Like, I don't even understand. I don't respect why you're asking me these questions. Okay. Right? So there's certain questions that you may get, right? And I guess there's a question that I asked you earlier. Right? Let's get there. Let's go there. Okay. So there's a question I asked you earlier, and me personally, I don't understand it, and I just would like for you to explain it to me. How? And you're speaking on behalf of all of the lesbians. No.
What?
It's not.
I'm speaking on behalf of what?
All lesbians.
No, I'm not. I'm speaking on behalf of me, myself, and I.
Ooh.
It's all I got in the end.
Just me and you.
That's what I found out.
Ooh.
You know
okay. All right.
I'm speaking on just me. That's it. And whoever can relate, hallelujah.
Go ahead, yo. Go ahead. All right. How do lesbians? How do y'all transfer like STDs? How does that work? Explain that to me. Because I'm thinking of this. Look, I'm thinking of this. I don't know what other world that we live in. See, I'm thinking, and if you guys don't understand what this is scissoring. That's a world that I don't understand. So explain it to me.
Somebody that I know that's near and dear is going to see this and she is going to die. That bitch going to be dead. And she always say that to me.
Do I know this person?
Yeah.
Okay.
She going to be dead, right?
Are we from the same city?
Yeah. And the thing is, it goes down. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It does happen. But, I mean, of course, there's not the same type of penetration. So, you know, you won't produce the same result that way, right? But you have like herpes.
I could definitely understand that.
You
Go
know
ahead.
what I'm saying? You have
that's the one you don't want.
Right. You can.
That's the one that keeps coming back.
You have, I'm sure, various other, just contact diseases that you can contract.
Contact diseases, not like blood diseases.
I mean, it depends. It depends on who you are, what your circumstances are, how you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? What you allow yourself to be exposed to. It all depends. Like you can transfer a ton of diseases between, person to person, period. But
what, like the flu? Nah, but so it's just
I mean, somebody else chime in.
I don't know, man. Maybe they just didn't explain it to me. I'm from Delaware, okay? Maybe they didn't explain it to me the way that it's supposed to be explained.
Okay.
Right? Because we do have a high rate of
you
STDs.
share your knowledge of things, right?
Hey, maybe just because I'm dumb, let me not
speak. You have AIDS, HIV.
Whoa. I don't have nothing.
No.
Whoa.
Wait. Pause. Not you.
Whoa.
Not you.
Okay.
Not my minions.
Okay.
I'm just saying, in general, there's AIDS, HIV that we know.
It's just floating around, right?
You know, it's out there in general. And we know how that's contracted.
Right.
But
I guess that's the one that
It's just, from what I'm going to... Well, no.
Do we consider cold sores herpes?
To my knowledge, yeah.
Right, but it's not like general herpes, which is a little different.
No, it's not.
Right?
Yeah,
just because it's considered a herpes.
But you still want your lip to be like that?
No, my lip's not like that. But I'm
saying, like in general, like it yes, there is a difference, but it's all, for me, it's all the same. I don't want, it's all the same to me.
So you would consider genital herpes and cold sores the same thing?
Yeah.
Ooh, see, I don't know, man. This shit there's a thin line between, there's a thin line between herpes and genital herpes, not everything else. Let's be clear. But this is a very uneasy conversation. I'm scared. I don't know.
I'm right there with you, but I can only speak for me. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else can feel how they want to feel about it.
Yeah.
But for me, I am going to be a big no on either or.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
If I see one of those things pop up on your lip,
I'm a big no.
Pulsating.
In the sense
with the
that,
white head.
You know, okay,
Too
stop.
far?
Pause.
Too far?
You know what I'm saying? In the sense that your circumstances are what they are, you can't control it. I'm not uncompassionate to your situation, but for me, like, I'm not gonna be okay with some shit as opposed to the other. I'm good on both. It's not nothing that attractive to me, that, you know what I'm saying, good to me, that I can be like, fuck it.
So look, right? So
we out here.
So cold sores typically happen in the times when it's cold outside. So say you dating a chick, right? You first meet in like March. It's nice outside. It's not really cold outside. Y'all getting down. You really feeling this chick. It is what it is. You keep going. Summer come by. Oh, y'all still going at it strong. You know what I mean? Hot girl summer is popping. Y'all at the beach. Y'all might even do a little vacation. You know what I'm saying? They get away. That type of thing, right? That sounds lit, right?
Whoa.
Right?
Hold up.
fall come around, it's still nice. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. Vacations, right? You just feeling her. You get to the crib and certain things, but then that winter start rolling around. November, December, it started getting real nasty. Outside, real cold, and that little thing pop up on her lip. But y'all vibing. What do you do?
I am an inquisitive motherfucker. I ask a lot of questions. Okay. And if you're not okay with me asking questions, you're going to have a problem with me.
But what if they say it's cold sores? Go ahead. Give me the question that you would ask.
What's going on? You know what I'm saying? What's happening? No, wait. No, okay, no.
I'm gonna respond.
All right, cool. What happened to your lip?
When the cold comes around, these little things pop up on my lip. I just, gotta make sure that, make sure that they're moisturized and stuff like that.
You gotta keep making sure that they're moisturized, true, man. So it's
because if not, it pop up.
So it's like inflammation,
Well, my doctor told me it was cold sores.
Cold sores.
Yeah, cold sores.
True. I just feel like that's something that you should have probably told me, from the jump.
Well, now you got it, so you might as well stick with it.
Stab. Stab.
Nah, it don't. But the thing is, cold sores don't transmit obviously the same way that herpes do. It's not like a contact thing. So, but I don't know. It's just a different world. But more importantly, not more importantly, but just another question then. What type of questions do you receive being a lesbian that are just like ridiculous questions to you that you think are ridiculous questions that people should probably know the answer to?
I don't think that people should probably know the answer because, ignorance is bliss. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You don't know what you don't know. But I feel like it's just even dumb for you to question some things like, how do you have sex? That's one of the dumbest things. Like, how do you have an orgasm? I think for me, I don't know. People don't understand the power of like chemistry and attraction to a person. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like, if you think about things very clearly, it just is what it is. Your attraction to someone can turn you on, and that can lead to other things. You know what I'm saying? So to ask me like how you have sex, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
It's just like a normal conversation, like a normal question that's asked.
It is. I feel like, I don't know. That's just stupid as fuck to me. Yeah. I have sex, however, the young lady. But it's not
the same way that we do.
I have sex however the young lady wants me to have sex with her. Okay? Don't
be talking like how I talk to him. Don't be doing that.
I'm just saying.
Don't be doing that. That's some Scorpio shit. But you're not a Scorpio. Don't be talking to him like that.
To the beautiful girl.
How would you like it? Don't be talking to. Don't do that. That's not your bag. Come on now. That's a Scorpio's bag. We be on that bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just nobody out here in the world.
Okay.
Trying to be somebody.
Do you have like any questions for like straight people? We just want to know, like, because there's a lot of things that might just, it's a different thought process.
What's your perspective on why people cheat, men or women? What's your heterosexual perspective on why men or women cheat?
It's crazy because there's always the conversation around. Let me just address this first. And I don't understand why we have this conversation, but it's ridiculous to me. But there's always the conversation around like men cheating with other women because our our DNA is to reproduce.
Okay.
That bullshit. First off the rip, that's bullshit.
Oh.
That is bullshit.
That's interesting.
And I might be letting the cat out the bag or whatever it may be, but I think that's bullshit.
That's interesting.
At the end of the day. At least let me say this then. If I'm not doing it because of that, that's just not me.
Okay.
Me personally, if I'm not fucking with you like that, or if I'm not really vibing or feeling you like that, we not doing it. Period. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different for me just in general, but also as I kind of said earlier, I don't really get down with just casual interaction.
Okay.
And I think I said that prior on other, podcasts or other episodes. But, just casual interactions isn't my thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I like there to be a connection. I like there to be an energy between us more so to where we can explore other things. Like, I don't like to just do it one time and then I'm not going to see you again. That's weird to me.
Okay.
Right? Like, I want something where we're going in and it's like, oh, we exploring. Like, I like to figure things out. Like, this shit's a game to me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, if I can't have that, I really don't want it. But, so I think in a situation where people say, it's just like a thing that's a DNA type of thing. Nah, it's not no DNA type of thing. You have a mind, you have a brain, you think about it, you can understand, you can process it. First off, you just not, going out and just having sex with somebody just because your dick tells you to. That's not a thing. To me, I don't think. At the end of the day, you still have to agree. And if you just allowing your dick to make decisions for you, what type of man are you? But that's just me.
Wow.
But I'm also a mind over body type of person, so like I like to put myself through different tests as well. So like if I go through and I'm gonna say I'm gonna be vegan for a month, I'm gonna go through and I did that. Right, I've done it for 3 months before, but it's like certain things like that where it's like I like mind over body tasks.
Okay.
Right, I understand there are certain urges that we receive.
Right.
But at the end of the day,
you have to decide to act on it.
You have to decide to act on it.
That's so interesting because I've had this conversation amongst friends, and I've heard that from both a female and a male perspective that it's just men are visual creatures, they're going to see things that, they desire, and that's just what it is.
I agree.
To procreate, which, I can agree with as well, but I don't feel like that is a thing that can be said for every man. I just feel like if you're speaking that way, you're speaking either about the men that you are attracted to or the man that you are. You know what I'm saying? So I've met men of both sides. I met men that, they don't give a fuck. I don't care who I'm with.
Yeah.
I'm rocking how I'm rocking. I met men that you're not gonna disrespect me, or you're not gonna disrespect me or my situation. I'm not gonna disrespect my situation. I'm not gonna disrespect the woman that I'm with. You know what I'm saying? I know who I am, and I'm good on that. You know what I'm saying? That's honestly, that shit that y'all doing is whack to me. So I've been on both sides, and I just feel like, for me personally, I see a person for a person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You are who you are. There's a certain male and female type of person on both sides. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be committed or you're gonna be uncommitted. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It's a responsibility.
Yeah.
And it's the type of responsibility as a human being that you're willing to accept. Do you want to commit to someone? Do you want to put in work that it takes to be in a relationship with someone and have someone in your day-to-day? Or do you not? That's just what it is.
I think, and the thing is, I think we're all visual regardless.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Men, women, straight, gay, whatever, or any sort of, in this world, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want to speak for all, speak for all, I guess, worlds, right? There's a lot of different worlds I don't understand, and I don't want to speak for them. But at the end of the day, we're all visual. We all see something we like. We might want to, you know, we might all want to, you know, just like pull up on it and be like, yo, what's going on? But at the end of the day, the decision to speak on, like, and say what's going on, that's a mind thing. That's not a visual thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Self-control.
Because even to put it this way, there's guys out here, right, that see a chick, you know what I mean, or whatever it may be, straight guys that might see a chick and so as visual as they are and they just have to act, right? They might see a chick, but be like, damn, she bad, but she not fucking with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I can't get that.
Right.
I mean, all of us got that same sort of, you know, mentality on certain chicks. Not all of them.
Facts.
Right? And some of us may even try to overcome that sort of, you know, fear.
Yeah.
Right? And go in and, you know, do what they got to do and try and see what happens. But at the end of the day, it's all a mental decision. We all have urges. We all want everything that's, you know, that looks good to us and, you know, whatever it may be. But there's a self-control factor that probably some have and maybe some don't. So, and I think for me, like I said, I like mind over body tasks. So for me, it's just like, it's kind of second nature. So I don't even think about it, right? It's just like, all right, whatever. Like I've never... Let me not say I've never cheated because it also, like, my definition of cheating is different from a woman, I would say, because I think how was that? I would say this. I mean, because my definition of cheating is actual physical action and actual, you know, like intercourse between people, right? No. But some people is different. Yeah. And that's what I guess you were going to say is
the moment that you establish any type of like emotional connection with somebody else outside of the person that you're dealing with, then
that's cheating.
Technically, yes.
But what about a person that, you know, say you come into a situation where you're dating somebody, but you have a friend of the opposite sex or the opposite world, right?
Well, okay, wait. Let me not say emotion. I guess you can be emotional with your friends, right? Let me not say emotional connection, but like any type of romantic.
But how would the other person know?
What you mean? The other person that you're attracted
to?
The
only person, no, the person that you're with. The only way that person would know is if I express that, if I have any sort of physical interaction or physical want or need for that person.
They would never know. So
that's what I'm saying. So how
withholding information. You're withholding information. And you're lusting after someone else. You know what I'm saying? So if you find yourself in a situation where you feel like, yo, I could take it here with this person. Mentally, you say, I could take it here with this person. Then what's the need? And if you rocking with who you rocking with, and everything else is platonic, you're good. You're good. I feel like people are capable of that. If you're rocking with who you rocking with, everything else is platonic. I don't feel that way for you. But if somebody comes and breaks the barrier and is able to be like, yo, I could take it there with you. You know what I'm saying? We can do something. Whatever.
And for sure, when I get in those situations, that's when the other one is done.
Right, it should be.
But that's just me, right? Yeah. And I've been in situations like that. I've never physically have had sex with anybody in any situation when I was already in another relationship.
Yeah.
Right? But I've always, if I've ever been in a situation where there might be somebody else, or if there's a conversation between, you know, me and somebody else or anything like that, the other part is already on the rocks. Right? And we already on the way out. There's no real saving it in any situation. Right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, in my eyes, I've never cheated or been in any situation like that. There might have been two at the same time. But there was never any situation where I ran into where I'm like, all right, well, you know, I'm trying to, you know, appease this person over here and appease this person here. Okay. And try to act as if I'm playing a game, you know what I mean, to make it seem like as if it's good on both sides.
Okay. All right. But
that's just me. And like I said, this is just from my eyes. I can't say that my counterpart or the person that I'm talking to on either side feels any differently.
Doesn't see it a different way. True.
Right?
And perspective is everything. Hey, these are our perspectives.
What we say on the first episode? Yeah. Perspective is everything.
Perspective is everything.
Perspective is where it's at.
These are our perspective. That's just, some shit that I'm on. But however you see it is how you see it.
Yep. Well, look, this has been another episode of the Unsolicited Culture Podcast.
Yeah.
Right?
For out tonight.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is it. We're going to go through, give the rundown basically as we do on every episode.
As we do.
Every episode. Come back.
Here we go. This motherfucker had me on Henny tonight. First of all, that's the first thing I need to say. We was on Henny tonight, and
unfortunately,
I wasn't expecting.
Do say, hello, how are you doing? Give us a shout out next time. Do say in the building.
Bet that straight. Yeah, that part. I wasn't expecting that, so here we go. I'm gonna try. Right, Tekashi 6ix9ine. I don't know why you wanted me to start there.
Fuck this nigga.
Fuck that. Nah, but for real though, like.
Hey, once again, perspective.
Life is hard, bro. I just feel like we make it even harder than it has to be.
Make smart decisions.
On the other side, it's Hollywood shit, bro. Don't get yourself into something that you're not willing to be accountable for.
Yep.
City girls, period. You know what I'm saying? Stand in your shit.
Period.
Stand in your shit. Online dating gets weird as fuck. I want to run up on you at the bookstore. You know what I'm saying? I want to run up on you at the cafe.
Let's be clear. You want to run up on her at the DSW once again with this shoe that's three sizes too small.
I want to run up on you at the Nordstrom rack. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me nice.
Oh, upgrade. Not the DSW, the Nordstrom rack.
Talk to me nice.
The pinky toe hanging out to the left.
Right. Let's just be, let's be regular. Don't be this fake fucking online person. Just be you in real life. Period.
You're not a ball player. You just 6 foot.
You dig? Like, you're not an entrepreneur if the business isn't legitimate. Like, get it right. I'm sorry. Get it right.
Shit.
Let's be for real.
I was gonna say you're not an entrepreneur if your bundles ain't, official. But
that part.
Right.
That part. You know what I'm saying? Don't ask me weird fucking lesbian questions. You know what I'm saying? Just get to know me. I would rather you figure it out through conversation and me just sharing with you than for you to ask me weird shit.
She's a person, people.
We are all people, and if you don't understand that, then we probably won't mesh well, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I used to go and give you like super questions. Like I would go, not super weird, but I would go in and I would ask you questions. But I wouldn't give you no goofy ass shit like off the wall. Like I would always ask like random ass questions. But that's just me because I'm inquisitive.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it was never weird, never awkward.
No, yeah, like I feel like I don't know.
But yeah.
Weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that.
Don't even be weird about the question. If you got a question, just ask it. Ask it normally. Don't be weird about it. Just ask the fucking question.
Facts.
Also, if you have that, relationship with that person, because if not, Infy might smack the shit out you. I wouldn't advise that.
Listen, I acknowledge that I am average height. To some people, a little, but I'm gonna say average height. But don't play with me, man. Stop. I don't like it. Let's just respect each other and be cool. Don't play with me. And with that being said, this has been one more. You know what I'm saying? Unsolicited Culture Podcast. Straight. Read.
But yeah, give us a shout out if you guys like the content, man. We always love that type of shit. We will post it every day whenever we see it. You know, we thank you guys for any sort of support.
Yes.
So if you guys, you know, have anything to say, you know, about the podcast, want to share anything about the podcast, want to comment on the podcast, hit us up, please. Most important, you can find us once again on Instagram at Unsolicited Culture. Very, very simple. You also can find us on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud,
yes.
all of these mediums. So please give us a shout out, check us out, comment, let us know how you're feeling.
Right.
Reach out to us in the DM. If you reach out to us in the DM in the past, you know that we respond.
Yeah.
So regardless, hit us up. You know, it's greatly appreciated. So
link, connect, let us know how, you know, we can use our platform to,
for you.
You know, yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So we with all the shits. Thank you guys for rocking with us. We've had a lot of people rocking with us and supporting us. We appreciate that.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, and we out.
Peace.
Peace.